Smile is amazing. And he's recently been acting as well, you know. So we're going to be talking about him and all of that. He's right here sitting right by Dotun. I'm going to leave the rest for Dotun, the hype man.
I'm not even going to. I'm not going to talk about his smile. I don't care.
Why?
Yeah. I mean, that's you can call him hating. That's good.
No, he's not hating. It's fine.
It's okay. Ladies and gentlemen, superstar extraordinaire. I mean, for me, he's tried looking at from days as a barracks boy from day one. He has always made hip hop something to reckon with. I mean, the fact is, talking about the right record deals, making the money, making sure people leave that movement. He's one person who has been there, done that, and still doing it. Right? All the respect. Always grateful to have him on the show every single time on Superstar Wednesday. He has not been on the show for years now, but I mean, he's been working hard, pulling the right strings, and making sure music gets the way it's supposed to get. He's got a big heart, quite controversial sometimes, but trust me, man, on the bars, he's one of the legends when it comes to music and hip hop in Nigeria.
And proper lyrics.
Popular lyrics. You just sometimes you drops it. He has to tell you, do you get it? Yeah.
Get it?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about Vector the Viper.
Do2dtun.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me, man.
All with King Kong, all from Life G, straight now on the radio. It's always great to have you on the show, Vector. I almost want to ask you a question, where have you been? But I know you've been in a lot of places. It's almost like we don't get to see, but I see you on TV. I see you on, putting records out. You've been acting lately. You're a ladies' man now, a lot more.
Always been a lady.
I hate this guy. How are you doing, bro?
Man, I'm great. So I had to stop by and pick Ahmed on my way here. And yeah, it hasn't really dawned on me until today. I just drove by and saw like the state government had painted my face under the bridge in Lafayette.
Wow.
Right next to Force headquarters. And it's weird because my dad, he for a long time, he served at Force headquarters. And right next to the office where I used to go as a kid, there's a huge painting of Vector right there by the state government.
I think you need to take a picture there.
As in, not a video. Hey. So I've been good. I've been reevaluating things a lot. How we want things done, how we want things to move. And in between the reevaluation, well, I lost my dad, and that kind of that was a heavy blow for me because the plan was for us to do quite a lot of things together. And whilst we're approaching that, he just decided to exit, and it was weird. But then, so that gave me like a lot of mental setbacks.
That was recent, right?
Yeah, a year ago.
Can I ask
because that time, you were out for a while.
Yeah.
Was that one of the reasons?
Yeah, that was one of the reasons. So the last concert I had, he was there, so I couldn't do the next one.
I want to ask about that. I haven't ever lost anyone really close to me. What is moving on from that like? And do you feel guilty sometimes when you're like moving on with your life and trying to get things done, and in your mind you're like, I shouldn't be doing this right now. I need to give myself more time to mourn.
Well, the truth about that is it happens, but then again, you can't help it. You're a human being. I think one of the first things you do is try to just rebel and just go out there and just do anything. I feel like, I'm moving on. You're forcing yourself to move on, but you will know that you're forcing yourself.
I've never seen Vector emotional, right?
Yeah. It's weird, right?
Wow.
And it's because even at the funeral, like, it was hard. It's always hard for me to be emotional. So I just plugged in music and I didn't talk to anybody because it was. What do you want to say to me? Hey, sorry, I need to remo. We will, cause someone else will die. It's weird, like it's life, but it sets you thinking. If you're right about your head, you would think about if this person, like my dad has estates and all these things, and now he's left. And in my head, the typical Niger ways. Nice man. He left quite a number of stuff for his kids, but in my head, where all of us are like, if we could give everything away so he could return, we would. So at that point, materialism just goes on a zero for you. And that's one of the most powerful states mentally you ever be in your life, because at that moment, everything else doesn't matter. But you become wiser, you become stronger mentally, because the moment you realize that you can go ahead and go on with your life and do your best to continue the legacy, then I guess you're on the right path.
You know, in this conversation, you said it's really hard for you to be emotional. Why is that?
I don't know. I just grew up that person. Like when I lost my best friend, I couldn't cry until the day she was being buried, and I think it was just a teardrop. With my dad, I had to plug into music, and I remember I was playing something from Brandy's Human album. That was like, it took me that level of work to be able to just sit there and just let it all out, because I knew if I didn't find a way to get all the tears out, something crazy might happen, because I'll just internalize everything
And implode.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's okay to understand that. That's why I feel like at some point we need to get it out.
Yeah. I mean, I at a point I feel like when I'm ready, I will show the whole world how it felt like, because I was standing there and somebody took a picture. I was like, yes, everybody sees me smiling. At one day I will share with everybody that one picture that's the opposite of me smiling, so you know that I'm actually human.
A human being. You're not a machine.
You're not a machine, you're not a robot, and I think I preach this every single day. Sometimes we always get to see things differently. And I keep preaching that. We're all human beings. Don't forget the fact you guys use the tag public figure as a tag to make them feel like they're superhuman. They're not. They're human beings like you. They're just,
you know, and I think that we're also living in a time where certain emotions is seen as weakness, especially from a male. You know, so emotions like vulnerability and whatnot, when people see that, they just think you're weak. You know, and they expect you to be robotic all the time. So when people say things to you and you respond, they're like, how can he respond? Forgetting that, well, he's a human being as well. So it's nice to see, and I'm looking forward to that photo.
Yo.
I'm looking forward to that photo. Could be.
I see it every day. I'm like,
it could
but
be.
yes, like I actually want people to know that I'm not superhuman. I'm not Superman. I make, like, the same way we all make mistakes, the same way we all have like arguments and stuff. But the moment you lose somebody close to you, you realize how inconsequential those things are. Like how very.
Yeah. Okay, back to the music. Rest in peace, Daddy.
Yes, sir.
It's good, like you said. It's a picture. I mean, what we're doing is an art, and we need to show the world at the time. And you just to show that side of you that pop people never see.
Yeah.
Now the phone lines are open. You can call us on 271-0969, 271-2969, and 271-3969. Vector the Viper is right here on the show. I always call him Vector the Viper. I mean, I think he's trying to take the Viper away, but
he's
still Vector the Viper. I mean, I'm still gonna call him Vector the Viper.
Anyway,
So, guys, you can keep coming. The phone lines will be open. We'll play some really hit tracks. I mean, hit songs that he put out. I mean, Vector shutting down shows with all these tracks, and he's still there. He has a lot of evergreen songs. I think one of them that I love that got me locked on was when he did I Love You, Nigeria. I mean, that's the one that I felt, okay, you know what, this guy. Then I started hearing some tracks. Angeli with Nice, Follow You to Go, King Kong.
Yeah.
Wow. Let's get to the phone lines quickly. What's good? How are you doing? Hey, how are you? Hi.
Hey, I'm good. You're to the end.
What's going on, bro?
And I'm good, man. Hey, Kemi-smallz, what's up?
Hi, I'm fine, thank you. Good afternoon.
I'm fine. Vector.
Bro, you should be doing our job. You should be doing our job. You have a good
He
voice.
does, right?
Thank you.
I like to hear what you sound first thing in the morning when you just wake up.
Kemi,
Oh
what
wow,
is
Kemi, that's cool.
Kemi?
That was look at him like, listen, you hear his laugh?
Okay, go ahead. Don't forget, Vector. It's Vector you're talking to now. Thank you.
Yeah, man, I want to say a big shout out to Vector. I can relate to what you say, man. I lost my dad, April this year.
Oh wow.
And it's been crazy, man. Just barely getting together, but
Yeah, sorry to hear that.
we're surviving, man. We're strong.
Yeah, I pray you find strength in the experience.
Yeah, amen, man. Thanks, bro.
Yeah, man.
And I really like music, man, from Angeli, down to King Kong, man.
Yeah.
I'm a great fan, though, like you're a role model to me,
I appreciate
I really
that,
appreciate
man.
you, man.
Yeah,
Thanks for trying out good stuff.
Yeah.
Yes,
Have a nice day, bro. Still 96.9. Everybody's going to get emotional today. That's good. Vector is good. That's good. That's Vector.
For once, right?
Yeah, you got it. I mean, I see you in tears, now I see you're actually not that strong. Born leader, Vector Movado, check this out.
Call me VEC. YSG. One to them. Let's go.
Yes, and me walk, and I me talk, and I me them can't get rid of. As man band leader, man
Put that up.
band leader. From me looking at your eye, me swear you a child, I'm a my leader.
Salute to the king, to the world is mine like an underground bomb. Blowing it up from the underground slum. Standing my way, crush you. See, I became a king through my grand hustle. T.I. Me, I'm more vital, we nothing but role models. Time is money, we got us some more vitals. Kill low, silly foes. If you're watching the throne, you gon' see me pose, and I'm rich with the words, home's none richer. The only portrait I have is a painted picture, but I still love art though. Graduated from that royalty lifestyle, been there, done that. Leading the game, no perishing it. I could never be last if my name had beggars in it. The boldness and the flow killing. I was born with a crown, but I'm no chicken.
I'm a band leader. I'm a band leader. Yes, a hard man I go hard as me no and burn up your speedometer. You know man a band leader. Man a band leader. Yeah. Yes, a me walk, and a me talk. Me them can't get as them come round. All of that shanties especially how me spin myself. No, them not gonna make me see myself. Me never lost my way. Me not straight how me build myself. I'm Solomon. I'm a king myself. Me style, me drop a style. On the ground and them pick it up. Me walk, left a print and them lick it up. Some of them I want it one day, you know, them can't keep it up. Them in the studio, run the mic and them a split it up. I'm a band leader. I'm a band leader. Yes, a hard man I go hard as me no and burn up your speedometer. You know man a band leader. Man a band leader. Yes, a me walk, and a me talk. Me them can't get rid of.
Sense me and I run things with the gangster for life. Shatter man, play a gal and me bank pan. Your wife to beware like a wolf when you see me trip. I kill the game with my bare hands. See I got a grizzly grip. Oh, rest in the casket. Your casket's a mat touch, you little ruler. Don't let me let God see you sooner. Look, your demise won't be a rumor. I'm a Niger to Jawa Jamu Muti Yawi. Return Muti Jawa Jawa. Meaning I'm a psycho for rap. My book of rhymes is the Bible of rap. I'm a lion, copy that, you're a pussy. Should I say copycat? Competition will stay sober. 0708 is the date of the takeover. It's over. VEC, Movi.
Oh, man.
Wait, you gonna freestyle for us? You wanna freestyle for us?
Vector, he would tell you he's over that.
Nah, I'm not.
You know when you start making money, things like, I'm over that.
Well,
Are you over that? Freestyle, are you over that?
Nah, I still freestyle.
Oh, that's good.
Go on,
That's good.
freestyle for us.
You know they
Come
never come
on.
off a body now.
That's good.
Yeah, no.
That's
Let's
good.
hear it.
Okay. Kemi, you have someone pod today, so you can. You know, she uses all those Wonder Woman things.
As in attire for Kemi.
You don't catch you. You say you have a good smile. So you go rap today.
As in attire for Kemi. So yeah, we're in the studio now and lights on me. Intelligent mind, I get the brights on me. Came through with the tiller. The man, Bryce on me.
You start there. I have to go and get dictionary to get that one out.
No, Tiller man, Bryson Tiller.
No.
Okay, so my daddy said nobody next to you, son, so you're alone in this one. And I'm sure they know cloning is dumb. Nobody else could be built like you. Don't you notice in songs? Haven't you noticed in songs? I don't know what it is, but I asked Jesus on the cross and he said it was done. I'm on some new trip, yes. Double G, not that Gucci crest. I empty rounds, I eclipse. You need UV specs on UV specs for the UV test. The only thing I lost, I wish I didn't lose, was my father. Anything else, I'll get another. Be time or rhymes. Anything that shines. Be that chain or blings. I could replenish in time. If I don't get it this time, I'll get it another time. If I lose 4 to 5, I'm getting another 9 to shoot the shot.
Get it?
If I lose 4 to 5, I'm getting another 9 to shoot
Your
the
mind,
shot.
nah.
Got you.
Hey,
Okay,
Thank you, Vector.
it's good that you always understand that you're the movement. I mean,
Yes, sir.
do you get questions like, Victor, why you not rapping like you used to? I mean, we want rap singles from you. You're singing now. Do you get questions like that?
oh yeah, I get that, but it's I'm the most realistic person with myself. I like to tell myself as it go. Like, you can't do music business in Nigeria and not be able to get cake from the bakers. You know what I mean? Like, people that give you money, they give you money on certain levels. And I won't lie, I'll take money on that level. It's not because I'm about that life. But on that note, you write a verse as well to them and say, So I had the people waiting on the singles to marry because it's been a minute I engaged them. And whackness has enraged them. They miss the old days when I paged them, the pen to the paper. I never played them in the fire like Satan. Whilst I was acting, getting paper for plays. Many actors started acting funny, they couldn't act their age. And some young ones are stupid trying to shoot with their gauge. But I'm immortal to men. What is Jesus to Johnny Cage? And God forgive me for the vain mention. But in my father's house up there, I'm in the attic at the same mansion. I almost went insane, but I now think I love that insanity. Life dealt me some cards. It was cards against humanity, but I swear it was fun. No backing out. Damn, I'm blacking out. I'll make the news again. Papers on papers, I'm stacking out. For the PhD thinking, I'm charging them beyond the doctorate, and that's the DRMO, Dremel. I'm cognac out.
Like that guy show off.
I don't understand.
Yeah, show off.
But he never leaves. Though. Like, so the fact that I'm there saying, she says she want to follow me, they go, doesn't mean I can't be out there giving you bars and ripping heads off.
But let's have that rap conversation after this.
Hello, what's up? Hello, welcome to the show. What is your name?
Daya.
Daya, how are you?
Very well, yourself?
We're good, we're great. You're on Superstar Wednesday.
Hi, Daya.
Yeah. Hey, Kemi, how you doing?
Fine, thank you.
Beto.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, how you doing, bro?
It sounds like you want to scold me. What did I do?
Okay. Actually, I wanted to ask this question. I remember back in the days that I had I think I and my friend was having this argument about what you said. I served in a boy state. Was that true?
Yes, I served in Afikpo.
So I guess we served at the same time then. So and one guy, Shawan Will the other, he was saying like in a beefy way, like, that guy, he served in a boy state now. See, I'm not all the time. I was like, I never knew and all that. Like,
Yeah.
I think that was in 2009 or was it? Yeah,
Yes, it was around then.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, my next question is there's no doubt about it. You're one of, at least we should count you as one of the crazy MCs that we have in Nigeria and all that. But just to think about that time, you guys all come together, do some bad collab or something like the likes of MI and all that. Or have you ever had anything to do with him?
With who?
MI.
On projects that are not ours, maybe I remember one. Okay, two. I remember the Fine Rap, VJ
Adams.
And I remember the one with Suspect. Yes.
Okay.
But after that, you need to understand that people get busy and people do what they must. However, at the same time, some people just don't want to deal with some type of rappers on the music as well. So, yeah, it's life.
But have you guys pushed it? Everyone is busy. As I'm speaking to you now, I'm working, so I'm busy. How crazy it is and all that. But,
don't worry, we've tried to work twice.
We can't be busy busy
No, not be busy. We don't try work twice, son. And verses just didn't come out. So, what do I do now? We've tried it twice. Once on my project, once on his project. He actually sent me the beat. And yeah, so.
But I think that is one thing that sorry to cut you short. I think that is one thing Nigeria is really, most of all these Nigerian MCs, they don't come out do a joint. It's not about the album and all that. Just a joint. This I'm still waiting for the day these females are going to come out and do something like what Jimmy did back in the days and all that.
That will definitely. It will definitely happen. But it won't happen if certain people don't want it to happen. And I'll make that very clear to you. I'm very straightforward. Son. If certain people don't want that to happen, maybe because they feel their credibility will be questioned. Because that's the only reason why I think rappers want to get on tracks with other rappers.
Okay. Thank you very much. And that brings me to the question. So, he actually mentioned a name. Mr. Incredible, MI. Yeah. Was that the case? Like you said, you're very honest.
Yeah.
Is that the case that you guys try to work twice on different times, you never worked out, and just because some people don't feel that they don't want to have to worry about, like you said,
comparisons.
Exactly. Did that happen in that case?
Now, the truth is, I can't say what exactly is going on in any individual's mind.
Okay.
However, we've had two attempts. One of them is Classic's verse on King Kong remix.
Okay.
because I wanted a situation whereby we had a cipher thing that had like the whole Nigeria together. So representations from both sides of the fence, and I couldn't get to Hausa rappers, so I wanted like a very, very like strong representation for the North.
Okay.
And shout outs to Classic, he came through because we couldn't wait anymore for the verse.
You were waiting for Emma's verse.
Yes, and that's it. So however busy he got or whatever it is, that's cool. You get. And the other time I got a beat from him years ago. The verses were ready, it just never happened. So in my head, it's just maybe one of those things that will never happen.
Wow. Okay. Real talk.
You know, and as an offshot of this, I want to talk about the rap community.
Right.
There's so much conversation. You're doing the rap dialogue now, which we're gonna still talk about.
Of course.
But
Well, we are ready.
but you know, do you think that aside from the listeners, aside from show promoters not putting their backing into it, aside from the type of music that Nigerians in quotes have decided to choose to listen to over some other genre, how about you rappers? Do you think that you guys support each other enough? Because I feel like if you came together to make something work, it just might work.
The answer to that is the best way to say this in speaking English. Not be every time that they see you now they be your friend. You get what I mean? We don't have to braid each other's hair to be together. So I can support your movement from afar. I don't even have to go out there and post anything, but I can be about your movement. And if you reach out to me, I don't know what you're doing every time.
Okay.
And I can't sit down and look out for you just to know what you're doing every time. However, I know that I've had these conversations with 2 major names, and I've said, if we don't conglomerate this up and we don't come together and make this like a thing that will be solid, what will happen is we will individually reign and go.
Wow.
Yes.
And that's what will happen. And I guess I'm not wrong, because what is happening now is if I say time don't pass, it's like and I don't believe in that as well, because Sam Clef too made one badass jam that is coming out soon. I don't believe people die after they've made one hit or two or maybe a period. I don't believe in that.
Well, we could testify to that. Duncan Mighty.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody ever thought he was going to be
let's
the hottest thing right
music. Dotun's been here for a minute. Like, no, as in, it's not even shots. Like, remove the S, is hot. Like, he's been on fire for a minute. Like, let's be honest. If you're not useful for that minute, you'll be out of here.
True.
If you're not relevant. So, like, it's a thing where if rappers don't come together and make this happen, the same thing will keep going on. And, well, some of us will reign maybe longer than the rest.
Wow. Real talk. I mean, that's why I bring you on the show. You just say it the way it is.
So what is the rap dialogue then?
Well, so the rap dialogue right now is, so I'm taking the conversation out of the rap circle and taking it to the public. I feel like if the type of music that are being pushed and supported, because when I say push now, there may not be enough finances to push some type of genres, but if we're able to put certain intelligent type of sounds in the face of people, maybe, just maybe, we're going to be able to reach out to the people who don't like to pay attention in school, but they love to listen to rap.
Wow.
Maybe those people will be able to listen to a politician and be like, this guy they lie, Jerry. Based on premises of arguments.
Yeah, I'm with that, because I know a guy in the UK. His name is Bryce. So what he does is that he teaches high school students the English language, but he uses hip hop. So it's via hip hop, but they're learning the English language.
Because it gets boring, let's be honest.
So subconsciously they're having a good time, but they're actually learning the English language. So I can understand on that level what you're talking about.
It's just the same when you put on music, and these days you almost have to put a dance to it. I mean, you have to create something, because these days you hear music is boring, but you could put a dance to it, and it gives it more life, and that way you could say, oh, you can't even remember a song through a dance.
Of course.
I mean, we just have to improvise, regardless of everything.
I mean, so I don't get misunderstood. I feel like when someone is asking me about dance music in Nigeria and hip hop, I'm like, guy, let's not be stupid. We're Africans. We love to dance.
Yeah, sure.
There are more black people that can dance than other races.
Yeah.
Simply because it's in our DNA. We like to move. That's a norm. However, that's not all we do. We also have Africans who, like, one of the greatest philosophers I've met in my life ever is J.I. Omorigbe. He's a Nigerian. if you read his philosophy books, it's not as complex as people complain it to be. He simplifies them, but then again, they're very, very beautifully written. Now, there's that side of Nigeria that people will probably not know. Or there's the guy who's developing a theory of everything. I think his last name is Oyibo. And the theory he's trying to build as a Nigerian, he's saying we might be able to fly a plane with a cup of water.
Wow.
Like, there's that side. So we can't just all just sit down. We dance. I love to dance, even though I can't really dance to save my life. But yeah, I try my best to do that. That's a norm. But we must also showcase the other sides.
Do you ever have cases where you were very misunderstood?
But very, very, very
And I know why I asked you this question, because sometimes it's like, Vector, you are almost close to somebody. You're too close to philosophy.
Yeah.
Do you get that vibe that sometimes you talk and people don't get it, or people misunderstand you?
Of course, I know people misunderstand arguments on the daily, which is why, in a funny way, I'm a very, very vocal person. I will tell you from the jump. I mean, Dotun is a good OAP. I'm not trying to tell you he's a good OAP because I've been attacked so much by premises that I see how people can misunderstand what my argument is.
True.
So I'm always very open to say, let me explain this to you clearly, what I'm trying to say to you.
Okay.
For example, I am a rapper, not because I'm not doing rap this way. The genre we're going to sample today from off the dialogue, the first dialogue is, people think I rap to just actually bully other rappers and everything. I'm just like, no, I'm just a fool. Like, as in, I just think like that. Like, it's not about you.
Wow.
It's about me.
What you said, this is the first song off the dialogue, so is it gonna continue? Are you gonna be dropping songs off the rap dialogue as well?
Yes, because for a long time I've almost been, I dare say this, and let me just be very raw and open, I've almost been too afraid to be as intelligent as I am openly.
Wow.
Because it's been frowned upon in my society so much that I too know ITK, I oversabi grammar, like they do all those type of things, and at a point I started to think maybe it was wrong to be intelligent.
Too intelligent. Okay, we'll be right back in the show, 96.9 Cool FM. Some real talk on the show on Superstar Wednesday. Vector is here. Vector the Viper is here. Don't forget, guys, hit us up on our numbers. You want to talk to him. But we're dropping that fat joint. I heard he might be dropping the song every week. I heard that. You've been dropping one song every week. You've been trying to do this for a long time.
Yeah.
And I think this is the time, right?
Yeah, I just, like this one, I just woke up, like, you know what? I think this was recorded, 3 days ago?
3
I was
days.
like, yo, play that beat. Okay, let's just do it.
Okay. So you guys know this is brand new right here on the show. Check this out.
Dropping them fat new joints first.
See ya.
Dropping them fat new joints first.
People think I rap how I rap just to bully rappers, and like I piss on them a lot. But the thing is, you guys have to chill now. It's not personal. It's just like, it just feels good when a rapper is tassing a rapper. You get what I mean? Like it's fine. You can use me to catch crews if you want to, but yeah, it's just more interesting when we have to use rappers as scapegoats. Like, it's sweeter. A good example is C. Rappers, the people where they worship all of them. I know I'm tension for your church like Daddy Freeze. Something fishy better contain it like it's tuna. I'm the big size of Zuma at a high degree, and I spread like rumors. I do you first, what you wanted to do us. Your judgment is through us. Cause God sent me here as an engineer to get your mindset repaired, cause you lost connection. The more reason why a flaw is perfection in your perception. Rappers, how do I really explain this? Your brain rooms need maintenance, and I'm here to do the fixing through the reason. If you would listen to the mindset, I come bearing good news like a book for Christians. Any hour, sweet dreams or nightmare. Tell me who they rap like me. Nobody. Job like me. Punch. Line. Ain't nobody hot like me. Align me for the outline G.
Dropping them fat new joints first.
She would be that quiet. She that. Vector the Viper, nigga. I told you niggas it was about that time. Whack rappers in trouble now. And asking that, tell me who to rap like me. Nobody to rap like you. I did tell you nobody to rap like you. You'll kill. You don't kill all this. And there's no competition left. You're the king now. That's what you wanted, right? enjoy your throw now. Everything do right now. Do it as you like. You drop your music where you want. I see you feeling alright now, right? You comfortable. So good.
96.9 Rap Dialogue. Great joint. Shout out to Rico. Rico's a hype man. I mean, it's good. I'm happy that the industry's getting there, right? Rico, what's good? How are you doing?
Right, I'm
I
good.
mean, ladies and gentlemen, this guy actually rocked the mainline block party. I follow every hype man, but they don't even know it, right? I'm just in the background and watching our craft go to where it's supposed to be. Rigo, good work. I mean, he was one that did the vocals on it. He was one that actually just that's a fire. Put the fire in Vector's brain and say, man, yeah, my guy, now you be number one, man. Do this thing.
Ain't nobody rap like you.
That's what the hype man does.
I need Rigo to be following me around.
Rigo, how are you doing? How are you doing?
Okay, I'm fine.
I'm good. How's the hype? How's hype doing for you?
Well, I'd say it's taken me to another level.
I like that. Yeah.
I never used to be in Vector Circle before.
Okay.
And I'd say it's given me some sort of recognition that I never used to have.
Yeah.
Now, I was able to get to meet with you at was it World Show
true,
on Saturday,
yeah.
and then we had a little chat.
Yeah.
And then in my head, I was like, dude, you started this thing because you wanted to just enjoy yourself first.
Yeah.
And now it's beginning to
Make money for
give
you.
Exactly.
That's good.
Very soon. And it's more like I want people to do things differently just because they feel it should be done differently.
I like that. that.
For me, it's more like nobody really does stuff like DJ Academics does here.
True.
Nobody does some Breakfast Club kind of theme particularly here. And for
True.
me, it's more like
True.
we need people to do that.
True.
I used to want to rap before. I still do. But I thought, how about we do something different? There's a lot of rappers, but Nigeria needs something like that. Now we have people who've been doing something like that. You used to do something on Sound City TV then with
it was still I was doing a TV show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And for me, I like that because it was different from what we're used to hearing. And for me, I just like it when people do different stuff.
I like that.
Just to make sure that the culture never dies.
Never dies.
Never just promote it.
And that's what goes back to what he's saying. You got to come together sometimes and do these things, right?
Yeah.
The first time I ever jumped on any track, honesty, on any hype man on any track was Vector the Viper. Yeah. I mean, the first time I ever hyped on any track was Vector. First track ever I ever got on is Vector. And now look at it. I mean, whether you like it or not, DJ Khaled's making a lot of money from it.
Of course.
The fact is, we need to open that space for every single person. Rigo, keep working hard, looking out for you. You just get your first interview ever, right?
Ever.
And you know what's funny is, so his family, right?
Yeah.
And his mom, prayer warrior, and she'd always come and be like, she never really speaks about whatever is because he had to go and do his masters, and they were scared that this one will leave UK and stay in Nigeria and be doing whatever. So we had to like chill for a minute, and I like the fact that in the whole of my family, everybody, my brother is a DJ.
DJ Magnum.
Yeah, he's
Crazy
a hype man,
guy.
he's a DJ, like he's a dancer and everything.
Crazy.
But we're like our parents make sure we all just go and give them school first.
Good.
And so he's a master's degree holder, and but he's chasing his dreams.
Chasing his dream as a hype man.
The rap dialogue. Are you gonna other artists gonna jump on it? Are you gonna put out, because it's a dialogue, right? So are other artists rappers gonna be on it as well as you drop music?
Let me make this very open and clear right now. Nobody has time to be chasing anybody.
Down.
I know you're police, you know be thief.
Down.
Nobody has time to be chasing anybody. Like
down.
If you feel, I would definitely reach out. But that's now Jay-Z says we give Dre his props, but that's where it stops. Yeah, that would be where it stops. If you don't follow up, then it's cool because the movement will go. Like one monkey can't stop a show. But with a lot of up and coming acts, new rappers rather, I would so there's Vader the Wild Card.
Okay.
There's Paper Coleon.
Paper Coleon.
Yes.
Alpha.
Yes. Alpha has a new mixtape out.
Half
a new album. Album mixtape.
Album, half price.
Yeah, guys, check it. It's rare to see somebody who hasn't even gained momentum as you would expect him publicly, but then he just puts out a project.
Okay, now Bridge, bring me to the hottest question on the show.
Yeah.
I mean, I respect your craft. You're a rapper. You've actually paved the way for a lot of people too as well. I mean, nobody ever thought, coming out straight out from Lafayette G. You're almost like the only person who does music there. I'm not sure, but I feel like you're only the guy.
It's weird. Indo West is from Lagos Island. Mr. Real is from Lagos Island, I think. Slim Case, so the whole Shaku Shaku movement, right?
No, straight from Lafayette.
They jacked it.
Wow,
Like they
wow.
just took it over. So yeah, shout out to them as well.
Okay, so now
But I'm the only Lafayette person,
rapper.
I think.
Okay. And now that brings another question. Rappers fix up your life.
Yeah.
You're a rapper.
Yeah.
I mean, did you think he was talking to you?
I mean, I don't think my life needs fixing. So like, if it's not broken,
Why do you have to fix it?
exactly.
Now, the thing is, did you get all comments like, you're a rapper too, you should speak about it? Did anybody reach out to you on that level?
I'm the only.
Did you feel offended? Did you ever feel offended with that song?
There's no way you say the truth and not sound funny. You
Yeah.
get what I mean? Because we're in a society where nobody wants to hear the truth. You get I'm like, it's fine. You can call rappers whack, you can call them anything, but I'll stand by it any day, any time. Don't wash your dirty linen in public. Nobody should come and say that's why South African rappers are killing you, Nigerian rappers. That is such a huge thing to say. It is such a huge
So-
that takes it to another level.
Wow. So you think that is a lie?
That's a super lie.
Wow.
Like you, but whoever is saying that knows that the South African environment, for example, I'm there in SA, we're giving them bars, and the first thing I hear is, where can I buy your music? Whereas the general public in Nigeria is, how can I download your music? Now there's a different conversation. And a cab guy in South Africa wants to hear bumpy beats. And he was like, oh, you mentioned
Hip-hop and
bass.
rap is their
Oh,
street culture.
Exactly.
It's their street
They've-
culture.
And that's because they've pushed it on a level to a level where the acceptance is very general. What are you doing in fixing up other rappers' lives
Wow.
to make that a culture as it's meant to be? Are you doing it because you want relevance? Are you doing it because you want to make some noise, or are you doing it because it's the core thing you're supposed to be doing? I mean, no offense, I don't know what the moves are, but the only problem I had with that was you can't say that's why this region is killing this region.
Okay. So you're picking that part out of that song and saying you don't think that's the case.
Now, I don't think that's the case. I don't even think it should be said. I think it's very disrespectful on a very, very next level. I think that's disrespectful. But then it's past. Nobody is focusing on that.
Yeah.
But if you want to talk about that, do rappers need to fix up their lives? But by anybody doing in life, get come, I may fix them. Yeah.
Okay. That's not for you with Vector, right?
Nah, I'm good. I mean,
I'm good, bro.
I'm Hennessy and a few more registered signings good.
Show off.
No, it's not even sure. Like, I'm the only guy who has done it back to back again with Hennessy as well.
Okay, Vector, we got you.
Like they
And
say,
for
put your money where your mouth is.
And
That's
no,
exactly
and
what
for
it is.
rap, like it's for rap, and you know how great that is for me to be able to travel. Lagos, Benin rappers are coming for you. I don't care. I heard some rappers in Lagos who shout, but whilst we were on tour, picking rappers for the VS class, guy bars. It's so exciting to know that the intelligence of music, like writers or scripters or creatives, is wild in Nigeria now, and you can only find that in rap.
Flowetry was on that as well.
Oh, yeah,
you have
shout
a
outs
song
to-
with Flowetry coming out.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Maybe?
we're definitely gonna hit the studio together. I'm waiting for the Lauryn Hill moment in the Nigerian female rap industry.
And Vector, I'd like you to meet a guy called Wonder H as well. I was in the University of Lagos over the weekend, and I heard that the guy's been killing this in the 100 level. I mean, this guy just ripped the microphone apart. The whole crowd went crazy.
Yeah.
And honestly, at the point, I just couldn't hold myself together. I gave the guy 100K. Now, now
Let
you
me
know
start
what?
rapping for
I'm
you.
actually bringing him on the radio to do, because you broke the record first on the show.
Yeah.
And now I'm bringing this guy to the radio.
Oh, let's
to do-
mention Chinkwekun for the next one.
Yeah,
So
Chinkwekun,
there was
actually.
me, there's
Yeah,
Chinkwekun that
Chinkwe-
came to
yeah.
do Beyond my
Yeah,
record, and now
yeah.
he's most likely going to come and do Beyond Chinkwekun.
Yeah, he wants to break that record.
Baba, as in smash, bring Hammer, bring Thor Zone, smash every record that exists.
I like that. Thank you, Vector, for coming on the show, man.
I have one
Real
tweet,
talk.
one
Okay,
tweet, one
okay.
tweet for him. So Nice Marshall, he says, I saw Vector inside one fancy ride at Bishop Aboyede Covia with one Oyibo guy. He says, was it a video shoot? If not, what was that about?
That's the conversation for the new Africa, right? And yeah, so we've been doing quite a lot of activations that have started on the ground. I dare not do the norm that is very everywhere in Nigeria, that where everybody wants to throw it out there and make news out of everything, and let's just do work. So what he saw in the fancy ride. Yeah.
You want to
TNA.
put it out?
Well, it goes TNA in my DNA. The game official like FIFA, my circle ENA. I have been schooled around the bloods as UCLA. I'm trying to sell the vision till it wins beyond the VMAs. Che, I think heat beyond the sauna feeling. You reach for me, I get an accent next to arm like the Wakanda greeting. I can't deny I have some kind of demons, but I believe you need the dark to see the light, so let's redesign your gimmicks. I'm African, I know my tribe, I know your tricks, I know your lies. You tell a thighs are oversized, need to be skinny for the guys. Tell the guys they need to bow to your power. How are you powered? What is the energy behind the negativity? I gig out, wow, but I'm a Lafayette rapper though. Mix it with the red and white. Cut me and I'll be bleeding coke. I've taken more hits than the native Indians against the whites. I'm just trying to give you mine. They're just trying to get your likes. I know they agree. My thinking free. All black, Mr. Nigga V. Judge me by the experience of an African man. Well, it's hard to be an African man.
It's hard to
Drop
be an
the mic.
African. Period.
Vector, I hate you.
So that's what that was about.
Vector's
Thank you very
a
much.
little cocky with his thing.
No, but that's good.
But it's a good kind of
that's
cocky,
good. That's
you know
good.
what I'm
That's
saying?
good.
It's
You
like
got it.
I
Samuel
guess-
L. Jackson,
Yeah.
kind of cocky with his
Well,
thing.
it's for the ladies.
What's with the acting? It's like, did that just sort of happen on the side, or did you always want to?
I can't even come here and lie. Like, I didn't expect that to happen.
But you did great, actually.
Yeah, I
You did
mean,
great.
I've heard and I've had a lot of followers from females. Like, yo, I'm the new. Now, right now, my name is Young Ramsey.
Young Ramsey.
Young Rams.
Arsenal too,
Are you
right?
gonna be doing more of it?
Yes, I like the return of investments.
Okay, that's good. Thank you very much, Vector, for coming on the show. Vector the
Thanks for
Viper,
having
actually.
me.
Donkey Sean.
Okay, the Rap Dialogue, you check it out. You be rocking it on the radio 24/7. But you got to look out for him. Shout out to Rigo for coming. Looking for the hype men. Actually, they've got the blazing sword every single time. Just watch out for them. They've got the right vibe coming through. So you got to check out the Rap Dialogue by Vector the Viper. We're still locking it down on your number one hit music station. A few minutes to hit 3 p.m., right? We're almost wrapping it up. But always tune in to 96.9, baby. On Superstar Wednesday, we bring it. It's still Do2dtun and Kemi-smallz. Don't touch that radio.
You know what it is.
See, people think I rap how I rap just to bully rappers, and like I piss on them a lot. But the thing is, you guys have to chill now. It's not personal. It's just like it just feels good when a rapper is tassing a rapper. You get what I mean? Like it's fine. You can use me to catch